Hello and welcome back to my vlog channel. Today, well, today is going to be an interesting video, shall we say, because instead of picking one thing particular that we're going to do, like, picking coach, whatever, as I've done on this channel and my cars and trains channel for the past video, for each of them, so last week for this one and just a couple days ago for my cars and trains channel, instead of doing that idea, what we're instead going to do is look through all of this stuff and try and sort it, because it's a job that needs doing, and it could be used for content, so let's make content out of it. Is the simple reason for doing it on camera instead of doing it off camera, and also to actually motivate me to do it, because I'm going to be honest, it's not a task I want to do, and if I wasn't filming it, I probably wouldn't do it. So there's going to be lots of random bits of like foam and sort of paper towel and all sorts of chaos and who knows what, dust and stuff, so it's going to be grim, but we'll get everything out railway related. Anything that's not railway related we'll just ignore and pretend it doesn't exist, quite simply. So let's start with this box here. So we start with a brake van. Obviously it's got a little bit of damage to it. The roof is separate to it, but the roof is supposed to be one piece with it, so we'll put the roof on, just show it like that so it looks better. So that's obviously going to be restored at some point, hopefully. Next we'll go with this brake wagon here. This brake wagon only needs one singular part, which is just a roof, and it should be done. Not sure if it's supposed to have any other details to it. Needs a bit of dusting off, but also on the repair list. Next we have this wagon here, which has got a lot of dust inside of it, which is not what it's supposed to carry, but anyway. You can see on the side here it is missing its sort of buffer bits are supposed to come out and attach buffers onto it. Not buffers, sorry, couplings. Has got some buffers, 3 out of 4 of them actually. The fourth one snapped off apparently over the years, not sure when it did because I only acquired it recently and this is the state I acquired it in. But wheels spin quite nicely, might go on the repair list, might not, we'll see how I feel about it. It's obviously not a priority. The 2 brake coaches so far definitely are priorities. I'm going to do them. Definitely the one that just needs a roof is the one that's just going to get done as soon as possible, because it would just be best to do so. Next we have this wagon body here, which is looks to be, I'm going to have a guess and say like Hornby Triang. It doesn't actually say it on it, but it's got that sort of area here that you would expect of like a Triang or a Hornby thing back in the day. So obviously it's without a chassis currently, but it is on my repair list and I'll explain why now. And that's because this is the chassis for it. As you can see, there are bits of damage to, I don't know if you can see actually on camera, you may be able to. They're not all sticking up the same leg, effectively the answer. So a bit worry about doing that. And then there's also the small matter of this entire side has lost its raised bit to hold the coupling on. So I'm not going to replace that Triang. It is actually Triang, thought it was. I'm not going to replace, sorry, what am I saying? I'm not going to fix this chassis is what I meant to say. I'm going to just completely replace it outright, because it would just take a lot of effort to fix this. And in all honesty, it would take way too much time to repair this and get it working, or get it back in service, and you've got to put wheels on it and all sorts. So it would just be a long slog of an effort. So in truth, this is scrap. as far as I'm concerned. It will not be used. I might take parts off it and stuff, but beyond that, it will not be repaired at all. Next, we have this brake coach here. It is missing the wheels underneath of it, which is okay. I can put wheels in it. I've got enough. It's got both couplings, but it is obviously missing a lot of plastic around here and around here. That's fine. I can build it with a 3D printer. It won't look the best, but it'll at least do for what I need it to do. Is just, you know, to look like one piece again. And I think I have a cold now, which is fun. Because my voice is not as good as it normally is. Some couplings are bent, but I can bend them back. That's not a problem. Anyway, I don't have. Oh, do I have the roof? I might actually have the roof for this. You know, I may have just attempted to lie. I do indeed have the roof. So that's the roof for it. So it gives me more motivation to complete it, because it'll be easier to do. Obviously I need to clean that off of it, and I need to clean that part off and then rebuild from there. But generally that one is on the long-term plans. It's not a short-term project. That I mean, it would never be a short-term project in the first place. Just such a lot of effort to do. Then we got this roof, which I say in that tone because it is literally just a roof and there is nothing else much to it. Not particularly sure where this came from, nor am I particularly sure what I'm going to do with it, because in being honest, I don't know if there's anything for it. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just a part. If I find something in the future to use it for, then I use it for that thing. Otherwise, it just exists. Not sure why it exists, but it will exist. Then we got some seats in here. Not sure what they're for. Not really sure what they're going to go back onto. But once again, if I find something to use them for, then I use them for it. Otherwise, it's just a part. We have another roof here, because it seems like we have a lot of roofs. This seems like a sort of American or a French style roof, in my opinion, with the sort of grates and how it looks like. I could be wrong on that fact, but that's sort of my opinion. It is also incredibly warped on this sort of far side here, but I don't know, might use it, might not. For now I haven't got any plans for it. Then we have these two coach beds or wagons, or I honestly don't know. They are lemur coach bodies or wagon things. It's definitely for a wagon or two wagons. It would go sort of like that. They're both lemur. I don't know what they're from, or what should go on top of them or anything like that, or whether they're just built as is, or what's the story with them. I don't know, but they exist, and in all honesty, they are probably not going to exist for that long, because they will probably go in the scrap pile, because I just don't see a use for them, in honesty. So they can go. Then this is what appears to be maybe a door or a side of a thing or something, like an Airfix kit. It is part of an Airfix kit, I am correct. But to be quite honest, I don't have the rest of it, so I don't see much use for it. So it'll probably go in the scrap pile, to be fair. Now, here comes the useful collection of stuff. And I say that because I will be using this pile of stuff that I'm currently accumulating in my hand. So this is a bunch of sort of weights, which I'll put here so you can see them. So this sort of bunch here is all a bunch of sort of train weights, which turns out are really useful. Just a bit of dirt in the hole there. Just clean that out. Anyway, they'll all be useful. I'll use them all for something, or somewhere, or I'll donate them to somewhere or something. But yeah, they'll all have some sort of use in their lifetime. So they will go in the sort of whatever I feel appropriate to do with them, I'll do with them pile. Now we've got a broken wheel here, which, to be quite honest, is just scrap. I'm not going to use that. It's broken. There's no point trying to repair it. Let's get rid of it. This is a chassis which doesn't even have a British coupling ability to it, so it's scrapped. What else is in here that's railway related? There's old bits of sleeper. There's whatever that is. I have no idea what that is. There is also a sort of horse with something on top of it, and then a bit of a rake wagon. But beyond that, it's just random assortment of screws and nails and sleepers and all sorts of weird things. So put that off to the side, as I don't think we'll be needing the rest of that anytime soon. Now we get into the big box, which I'm trying not to explain the box itself, but let's start with the first two items, which are bits of track. These already have a fate awaiting them, as I've already announced privately and off camera what I'm going to do with them. But these two are going to be donated to the Walthamstow Pump House Museum once I get them all clear, or I'll donate them and then we can clear them when we want to use them. But that's the plan for them, because I have no use for them, so that's where they're going to go. It just takes some more stuff off my hands. Next is this coach that currently looks quite disgusting. It is I believe, a late period Triang Southern coach, or early period. I'm not really sure the period, to be honest. It's just a Southern Railway coach. I have got plans for this. This probably won't be on the channel because it's going to be a lot of work and I'm going to need to work on it off camera. But I know a certain person watches this channel, so I'm not going to share the full plan with it. But let's just say it has a home. It's just got a bit of work before I can announce what's going to happen with it. But there is a plan. I'm just not sharing it in case someone watches the channel, who I also know in real life, who I don't want to know what plan is with it. Next we have this BR coach here. Now I've been trying to get the chassis off here, but it feels as if it's glued on, so who knows. Probably is glued on, to be fair. No, it is. I can see the glue. Right, that'll be an off-camera thing. I just don't want to snap the body, otherwise it's all gone. But it is missing some buffers on the body, so it might just be a complete scrap item, but I'll see what I can do, whether I want to repair it or not. Put some glass back in it, whether we see, but might be a project, might not. We'll see what I feel like in the future. So I'll put that on the side for potential project. Next we have something I won't do, which is this LNER brake coach here. I know I've currently got 2 LNER coaches going at the minute. Oh, I've built one and I've got a second one, which is a brake coach currently on the works list. But this one here, everything's snapped off of it. All of the hooks there and that side are just on the inside. I just won't do it because it would be so much effort to try and repair it. So it is likely to be scrapped. But if I feel like it in the future and I have the ability to do it then maybe I'll do it. Who knows? I'll see what we feel like in the future. Next we have this LNER coach front here. That'll be useful for something, I'm sure, so we'll keep that. Let's just dust all the dirt off. Next we have this bag of wheels. I'm going to keep them because wheels are always quite useful, is what I meant to say. Next we have this random chassis here. I'm going to be pretty honest and say I don't think I'm going to use that. So I'll put it in the scrap pile for now. If I need it in the future, I will keep it temporarily, but I doubt it. Next we have this chassis with wheels and couplings and weight in it and all sorts. It is a Triang chassis. Haven't got a clue what carriage it's from. All I know is it is from a carriage of some sort. So when I do find the carriage body to go onto it, then, well, I'll put the carriage body on and go from there. But until that point, it just sits, waiting work. But it will be worked on at some point. Now, what else is in here? Oh, another one of that went flying. Another one of these chassis, which again, probably not going to use. Right, I'm going to bring this over the camera so I can see what's in it from a better standpoint and be able to actually know what I'm grabbing. A wheel, a broken wheel. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that. Okay, we've got some sides here which are very, very well wrapped. But these are two sort of painted sides here. Could they fit the Triang chassis? We'll have a look. Actually, the answer might be yes. Actually, they fit quite nicely, to be fair. Yeah, they might be correct. I'm going to fit the other side now. Right, so that's the coach sort of built up a bit, which actually looks really nice in that sort of custard paint style. Does this then fit on top of that or not, is my question. It doesn't look nice on top of it. Well, we'll see what we fit on top of it, but we'll leave the sides on for now and we'll go from there. But what's next in the box of things? Not much left, to be fair. Right, next we have this Intercity coach. Very interesting coach, to be fair. Well, I say very interesting. There isn't really much about it. It is literally just a coach. Which, if I can, I'll do something with it. If not, then, well, we have a body of a coach. So, yeah, I don't really know what we're going to do with that one, but we'll figure something out, I'm sure. Then we have another sort of window strip here, which, sure, we'll figure something out to do with that. And we've got another one. I'll put them, oh no, we don't want that over there. Put that one next to the other one. Right, and we're coming towards the end of the box now, which is good. We have 2 screws. And finally a wheel, which we'll keep. It's nice and useful. So that is, I think, all of the parts. It is indeed. That is all of the railway parts and things that I've got. Not really sure what I'm going to do with half of them, but you know, I'll repair what I can, and what I can't repair, well, probably leaves, in all honesty. So yeah, over the next several months you'll see several videos of me repairing some of these coaches and things like that, brake wagons and flatbeds and who knows. But yeah, if you did like the video, please do like the video so it pushes it to more people on YouTube, or YouTube pushes it to more people. I don't know anymore. Could be either. Who knows? Also, if you like the video and you like sort of what I do on the channel, which is generally trains related at the minute, but will be vlogs coming soon, hopefully quite soon, possibly July-ish, August, something like that. I need to edit one or two before they go up. If you do want to see them, please subscribe and turn on your post notifications, and then you get notified whenever they come out. And I obviously post weekly with trains and stuff, so you can see them as well. And with that all being out the way, I shall see you all next week for another video. Not quite sure what next week's video is going to be. Might be a 9F returning for a running session, or could be one of these coaches, wagons, or something completely different. But we'll just have to find out next week. So I'll see you all there. Bye for now.